We looked at all the stats in the derby match there. Not one yellow card. Not a new buzzword. We jump. Try tackling.
Yeah.
Try hitting somebody.
I genuinely believe Man United would be a better team if they played 4-3-3. I do. I think they've got the players for it now. I think this system is hindering them. They don't know what they're doing. When they're on the ball, they're trying to make something happen. The manager's trying to coach them, but it's not working.
Big problem for Thomas Frank and other managers who make that jump from a smaller team in the Premier League to one of the big boys, especially when they are seen as a pragmatic coach, is actually bringing the football to these teams. So he might look at it and think there's not a lot wrong, but when you watch the game at the weekend and the home games the supporters have seen, that was like watching... It was like watching a League Two team against a Premier League team in the FA Cup. When you actually look at the stats and people who've watched the game.
When a player cuts into the box, you've got to get people getting out to it. You watch players just dangling their legs. That's not what champions do. You put your body on the line. This is big boy stuff. You're saying protect him.
But you've got delay.
Yeah, but there's going to be mismatch. If you're
doing nothing.
I love football, love watching it. It bores me. I'm a bit like his football lad. I feel like we're getting to the stage, not just with throw-ins, even with kick-offs. It feels like we're getting almost to rugby and we're playing for territory.
We talk about that throw-in, and even that was a symbol of like, what are you doing? Just throw it down the line and we get up the pitch. Maybe a bit of arrogance.
Wirtz is not inclined to do that. You end up with everybody else, all the four players. Ekitike, obviously Isak was off the pitch at the time. Frimpong's not that player. Everyone's trying to win the game. There was not one player that's really going, OK, if we lose it in that midfield, what happens next?
You look at Arsenal, when they lose the ball, forget about what they're doing in possession. They've got really good players and they're brilliant at set pieces. It's what they're doing without the ball. They're hunting in packs. And they're like tactics are out the window. They're just going to close people down. They're not getting bogged down by anything else. So look at Arsenal's success at the moment. Still a lot to do for them. I know there's a long way to go. The bit of joy is coming from actually hunting the ball down, chasing it, pride, hunger. Have Liverpool lost that a little bit? I think they have. There's a saying, a lot of these players are on the outside looking back in. If you're defending and you're defending for your lives and you've got that hunger, you've got to be inside and facing onto the game. You can't be stood here looking at the goal somebody's scoring against you. You've got to be goal side. There might be one or two of you, maybe someone on the edge of the box, but too many of them are. When it's going back with Bruno going, what can we do? I go, no, don't worry about getting there. Bruno's going to put it back into a good area. That's what Bruno Fernandes does. He's a brilliant player.
The rest of it is brilliant, yeah.
This sloppiness, decision-making, which is costing Liverpool. The goal at Chelsea, Robertson, people not being aware, as if they're not aware of people around them in the box. You go, where do you think these players are going to be? Where do you think Harry Maguire is going to be hanging around? He nearly scored the winner last year. Don't worry, he's going to try and sniff out a chance. So it's almost like naive, really naive defending from the Liverpool as a team.
I was always against what Jamie used to say is Arsenal just want to play to draw the game when they're playing in the big games. But I just feel like he's got the players, he's got the squad now to go for it a little bit more. And I'm not saying that he's negative because you're coming up against Man City, who historically have been very good and they dominate possession and they don't know what game he's going to be. I think Pep's always a step ahead. Look, he's been his understudy, he's been his assistant, so he knows how Pep thinks and thinks, well, Pep might do something different today. But in terms of what Arsenal have now, they have enough to be competing with the best teams, and I still think they've got the handbrake on. If they take it off just a little bit.
What are they waiting for? Have they got that belief? I said that before the match. Do Arsenal have the belief they can go and take City on?
Defensively today, I've seen some defending in my life. That was as bad as it gets. I highlighted Todibo, I highlighted Wan-Bissaka at half-time. Defending the back post with a bit of desire, a bit of know-how, checking your shoulder, making sure you're in a good position to defend. It was so poor.
He's, 6'2", 6'3", and he ends up on his heels and you're getting bullied. Why don't you bully the other lads? Why don't you come and punch it and go, if you come near me, hey, listen, I'll take your head off as well, it's no problem. But they're all a bit, referee, no, don't look at the referee, take control of it. It's like a weakness to it, physically and mentally.
See Gay look up.
But can I ask you something, where's this all happened over the last year or two, where managers come on the pitch and shake hands with everybody and the opposition players? When you're playing, you've had a tough game.
Just watch this as well, yeah? He then sort of...
You say, what's up with that guy, yeah? Hey, I say that about you lads. You know what's up with you? Players just had a tough match. His physique is awesome. And then he's walking up and the manager's probably going to have a little chit-chat, knowing that, listen, there's talk about him leaving. And as a player, you don't want to get involved in that as well. And I've had managers come up after a game, you go, oh, what's up with you? Let's get down the tunnel. If you want to have a chat, we'll do it inside. But this idea of managers all wanting to do something on the pitch, That's come in the last few years. What happened 2 years ago where a manager would shake the other manager's hand and walk down the tunnel? It's like, it's a new thing. It's like the new garlic bread. They're all hugging everybody. Just get on it. It's just a league match.
Would you not go and cuddle your players after the game?
No. Why?
Why?
You go and see him in the dressing room afterwards.
You won't cuddle me
it's
after?
bad enough that your own manager shake. Why do your manager shaking your hand? Go, you're the enemy.
What did you say then?
You won't cuddle me after a match?
No, absolutely not, Mike. I never did. After the match.
You give a cuddle after the show, though, right?
Let's see.